One of the stronger sides that Parramatta's been able to take the field with in quite some time. Taylor at fullback. Hunt is back in the side, a reprieve for Neil Hunt. Houghton was to come in and take his place, but Eric Growth returned from Brisbane at lunchtime and is unable to play. So Hunter's on the wing, and so too is Houghton. Cronin partners Ella, Kenny at 5'8", Sterling at half, and it's quite an impressive half-back combination and three-quarter line. Laurie is at lock after a good game at the weekend. Mosley will display his versatility at second row tonight and partners Peter Wynn. Paul Mayer's Chris Field in the front row, and Stephen Edge is the hooker and captain. The Penrith side, well, they've lost their wing three-quarter Brett Lobb, and Ken Wolfe, the centre three-quarter, is out, and it's there that Penrith seem to be weakened by comparison with the day about 4 or 5 weeks ago when they got a good shot in on the Parramatta side at Belmore. So it's Levy at fullback, Davies and Gonzalez the wingers, Gig and Dan in the centres, Izzard 5'8", and Alexander at half. Craig Connor is lock, Fenton and Bergman are the second rows. Howell will wear jumper number 9 and will play front row with Matt Goodwin, and Royce Simmons is the hooker.
Butin, I'll tell you, is getting through plenty of it, and I'm talking about daisy cutting tackles. Michael Mosley, kick ahead by Gary Howell, going straight to Neil Hunt, went straight through his arms, and then he got away from Davies, who went up too fast, much too fast. And now a hand-off to Kenny. Here's trouble for Penrith. Kenny's up to the 22. The pass has gone to Taylor. Taylor's got a pass back to Edge. Can he find anybody? I'll tell you what he can. He's found the zip-zip man. And Ella has scored a try that probably had a touch of luck about it, but it also was quite spectacular. Wow. 1984, $20,000 in national products waiting for him. As Ross Gig kicks, Taylor's got it well covered. Fenton went through. Then he looked at the referee as if to say, am I onside or offside? In fact, he almost gave himself up. He might as well have had a set of handcuffs on.
I'd say that referee Kevin Roberts had called him offside in the run of play.
Oh, Mayers bursting onto a Kenny pass. Look at the big man's speed over the halfway. Centre kicks. Ella might get a bounce here. No, it's come off Ella and gone to ground. Roberts allows the advantage to run before calling the scrum back. Just... Levy playing it just outside his quarter. This is Izzard. And now Alexander. He's got to be stopped. Beautiful run by young Greg Alexander. Pass back inside to Izzard, and oh, did he take a hit. Ball came coughing out. It's gone from Sterling across through Laurie to Ella. Ella on to Phelan. Phelan 15 metres into Penrith territory. From Mayers to Ella to Sterling to Mosley. Midway 22 halfway, Penrith centre the field. 8-0 in favour of the Eels. Sterling with a short ball for Neil Hunt, who's apparently been given a roving commission by Coach Money. He must have told Hunt to do whatever you like when we got the ball. Come off your wing at any time.
Neil Hunt was dropped from this game tonight and only got a reprieve when Eric Growth pulled out. From the way Neil's playing, I'd suggest that his work rate's been down, and he's out to prove that he can rectify that and remedy it and fight his way back into the side.
Good play by Peter Wynn. That's a giant of a kick back into the centre. Sterling gets it down to Big Mayers. He'll be hard to stop. He's found Steve Ella again. Ella's got underneath him, but he's tackled a metre out. Ella tackled a metre out from the line. It's with Taylor, now Sterling. This is Kenny. He holds it back and gives it to Mosley. The ball down. Dived on by Simmons. United Breweries. And as Billy Anderson will tell you, they make a mighty fine beer. Levy. Pursued and caught by Kenny. Backing up with Speedy Gonzalez. Hunt's down there to cover it up. Now there's a chance for Parramatta. They will run it very quickly. Houghton back into the centre, finds Ella. He's got Kenny coming up on his inside. There's big trouble coming for the Panthers. What a great try. Oh, that's a superb Eagles try. Ella and Kenny. You cannot deny them when they're in this frame of mind. They could build a mountain. The ball bounced so many times tonight. First one he's tried to take on the full, and it proved a total embarrassment for him. Levy across the line, quick hands through Gig. It's with Izzard now. Ella comes from behind. Izzard casting a shoe from Levy to Alexander, out to Gig, and props and comes back and finds Goodwin and gets a one-hander to Alexander. Greg had a look on the outside, but there's nobody there other than the touch judge.
Penrith are stringing together a lot of passes, but the Parramatta defence continues to hold, and there's a lot of commitment out there tonight from Parramatta.
Yeah, you could say that, Bill, with a great deal of confidence. As I said to you earlier, and feel free to disagree, they look like a team that's had a bit of criticism and people saying they can't hold the pennant, they can't hold the crown, but they've got a pretty good side out there tonight, and they're just showing a few people what they can do. Would you agree with that comment?
I would agree with that, but I'm still... Oh, look, it's break by Kenny.
Here's trouble. Izzard's after him. That's a good run by Brad Izzard. I must admit I thought Kenny would run straight away from him. Fed by Alexander and won by the Panthers. Levy, beautifully tackled by Taylor. Davies. Well, Taylor just pulled off his 13th tackle for the game. War. Brad War with a good bust. And then hanging on just too long, and Sterling, much smaller of the two men, took him ball and all. Levy stretching it through Goodwin, Robinson, Gig, and the ball goes out and beautifully picked up. So have we got an August and a half for you in sport? Ross Gig, good work. That's Robinson. That's even better work. Here's Alexander. Ran out of support. Simmons. This is more like the Panthers. Gary Howe. Connor behind Kevin Dan with Parramatta now. Phelan. That would just be a settler for Parramatta. The play will be on this tackle or the next. It's the next. Stewart. 20 metres out from the Penrith line. We can look for something now. Sterling, Quinn, run around, acceptance. Kenny back on the inside. Kenny to Ella. Gets out of a tackle. It's gone wide to Hunt and now to Mosley. And Mosley is tackled about 5 or 6 out. Sterling holding it back and then putting it down, and it's...
Peter was wishing he had that one on the string. He pied the...
Simmons. War. Levy. Short ball. That's Robinson. 6 or 7 metres out from the Parramatta 22 line. About 7 minutes of time to go. Alexander. Grubber kick ahead. Sterling is there. Oh, Sterling's failed to cover it up. Now that's going to be... and it's a Penrith ball. Alexander. Wide ball. Out to Ross Gig. Held by Mark Laurie. Connor. Thrown to the ground by Phelan. Alexander. War. Held by Stewart. Penrith on their 4th tackle. Alexander. Levy. Long ball to Brad Izzard. Knocked down by Brett Kenny. It'll be a scrum. Connor. Laurie was the tackler. Neat tackle too, right around the legs. Robinson. Levy. Calling Izzard inside. Izzard getting a pass down. Picked up there by Levy. Given to Matt Goodwin running with the ball in one hand. a bad player, this fella. 15 out. Alexander showing it, then trying to get away from the defence. And he has. Alexander's over. Greg Alexander scoring for the Panthers. He probed and probed for it. And eventually decided it was time. Levy makes no mistakes. Raising the flags. 16-6 in favour of Parramatta. And there's the siren. It's all over with the Eels going to the semi-finals. Penrith bowing out. The try scorers for the Eels. Ella at the 14th minute. Kenny at the 39th. Cronin kicked 4 out of 4 before being replaced. And Greg Alexander scoring at the 79th minute, with Mark Levy kicking the one goal. So 16-6. And Bill and I'll be back with the superstar points and the match.
Don't forget to subscribe, add your comments, and share your memories. If you have any old VHS tapes or even DVD to dispose, let me know. Drop me an email on ceagle666@gmail.com.